I usually say good afternoon, my friends, but it's still morning. Well, actually, for another minute. So I will say it. Good afternoon, my friends, and welcome to another edition of Removing the Liberal Blindfold for this Monday, the 18th day of March in the year of our Lord 2019. I hope everyone had a wonderful St. Patrick's Day. From Conservative Tribune comes this one. Reporter uses Nazi insult after Don Jr. stands against New Zealand attacks and anti-Semitism. Yes, my friends, the Nazi labeling from the left is going again. Not because Don Jr. stands against the New Zealand attacks, no, but because he is a Trump. That is the only reason. But the sad part about this is they threw one of their own under the bus with this one too. But the story comes from Conservative Tribune and says, I never thought I'd see the day when standing up for Chelsea Clinton and against anti-Semitism and mass murder would justify the invocation of Nazism. But then again, when those sentiments are coming out of the mouth of Donald Trump Jr., the liberals are primed to pounce, and I suppose anything's possible. So, as you may have heard, the former first daughter was attacked by New York University students holding a vigil for victims of Christchurch massacre in New Zealand. According to the students, the fact that Chelsea called out Representative Ilhan Omar, the Minnesota Democrat who happens to be a Muslim and also happens to engage in not infrequent bouts of anti-Semitism, somehow caused a mass shooting. That's right. Here is the result. Says this right here is a result of a massacre stoked by people like you and the words that you put into the world. And NYU senior told her in a viral exchange. I'm so sorry that you feel that way. Certainly it was never my intention to do. I do believe words matter, Clinton responded to the video. After that nugget of sanity from Clinton, the students involved were unbelievably asked to write an opinion piece for BuzzFeed News about harassing Clinton for calling anti-Semitism anti-Semitism. Their piece, unsurprisingly, said anti-Semitism wasn't actually anti-Semitism, mostly because the individual uttering it was on their side. We were shocked when Clinton arrived at the vigil, given that she had not yet apologized to Representative Omar for the public vilification against her, Rose Assoff said, and Lean Dwick wrote in a piece published Saturday, we thought it was inappropriate for her to show up to a vigil for a community she had so recently stoked hatred against. We were not alone in feeling uncomfortable. Many students were dismayed to see her there. So when we saw Clinton, we saw an opportunity to have her ear and confront her on the false charge of anti-Semitism against our only Black, Muslim, Somali, and refugee member of Congress. We took our chance to speak truth to power. Of course, they don't know what the truth is. Chelsea hurt our fight against white supremacy when she stood by the petty weaponizers of anti-Semitism, showing no regard for Representative Omar and the hatred directed at her. Trump Jr. was one of many public figures who decided to stand up for Clinton in the wake of the video. And Chris Summerfeld of the New York Daily News tweeted out, I did not see this one coming. Nazi was Nazi. Really? And now to remove the liberal blindfold here, folks. And hello, Sandy and Claudia and Becky for being here. Thank you for being here. Yesterday on my Sunday show on Blog Talk Radio, I talked of the media being hell-bent on destroying America as founded. And today we have that story of Chris Summerfeld of the New York Daily News tweeting out Nazi. I think that name calling is something that the leftists resort to because they can't think of anything else to do to make things go their way. Their ideas don't work, so name calling must be there because no one likes being called a Nazi after all. In fact, not racism has become the ultimate attack one can make against their political opponent, particularly when you cannot debate them on the facts. The implication here, while not explicitly laid out, is that Trump Jr. is in fact a Nazi. This is kind of amazing. Stand up against anti-Semitism? You're Nazi. Stand up for something that Chelsea Clinton said? Nazism. Any comment on the Christchurch massacre from Donald Trump Jr. and Chris Summerfelt did not see that coming. And this isn't the only thing that gets you called Nazi. If you're a conservative, I get called one by Cliff almost daily. But on issues like illegal immigration, for instance, comparisons to the NSDAP is hard to miss. Hello, Marjorie. This Summerfelt tweet, however, manages to go beyond absurdity into the territory of simply ludicrous. If you think this is some minor reporter on the Staten Island beat, Summerfelt currently covers national politics and the Trump administration. It's really good to see that they picked someone who's really unbiased. Please tell me more about how the legacy media is our shining beacon of unbiased truth in these troubled times. Cliff, Thank you, Sandy, Claudia, Becky, and Maury for being here. We are here to push the facts that the liberal mainstream media leaves out. Facts that change the story from what is right to what the left wants, which is never right anymore. Truth, justice, and the American way are the continuing casualties in everything that the left stands for, and the American people need to learn that or lose everything that this country was formed for. God bless America. God bless our troops. And as always, we will not be ruled. And hello, Lillian. Good to see you here. On NWCR show yesterday, we had a great show. We talked about a lot of things from Christchurch to drones. It was fun. Give it a listen. Have a safe and blessed day.